What up, y'all? It's the Black Anime Guy, and I'm back again with the new top 10 list. This list is on my top 10 favorite anime couples. Now, before I start this, I need to discuss two things. First, what my definition of a couple, an anime couple, is, and how this list was really hard. First off, to me, a couple, especially an anime couple, is a couple, or it's two people that generally feel the same way about each other and express those feelings physically. Like, they don't have to say that we're a couple, or boyfriend-girlfriend, but they both express their feelings for each other. I consider them an anime couple, because some of the characters in here, they're not couple, but they express their feelings to each other, and I consider them a couple. And the second thing I want to talk about is it was really hard making this list. There were so many couples out there that I want to pick from, not like couples that are couples in the canon of the show, but just like these couple hopefuls that you just want them to be a couple, but they're not going to be a couple, sadly. It's a hard fact of life. So, just to emphasize, these are only couples that are couples within the canon of the series. Those that express their feelings, both of them, to each other. And yeah. Anyway, let's get started on this list. Number 10. Number 10 is Shinji and Rei from Evangelion. And no, I don't mean Shinji and Rei from Neon Genesis Evangelion. I mean Shinji and Rei from Evangelion. Now, the reason I say that is because the Shinji and Rei from Neon Genesis Evangelion did not have a sort of romantic interest in each other. They didn't have that type of connection. But the Rei and Shinji in the new Evangelion, especially in 2.22, they had a strong connection with each other. Both of them understand each other's plight, and they wanted to get to know each other better. And I just felt like that was a beautiful scene. Like, I like the idea that they brought these two characters back, told their stories a little differently, and brought them together. Because I felt like out of all the characters in the Evangelion series, those two were the perfect match. Because they both sort of were suffering. They both know each other very well. And I just felt like they connected more than any other character. And when I saw this, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted from this new reboot. Also, I honestly think they look very cute together. And that is why they're number 10. Number 9. Number 9 is Yusuke and Keiko from Yu Hakusho. Now, the reason that these two are on this list is because I really felt like these two had great chemistry, both unconditionally cared for each other, and Keiko is very understanding and patient of the things Yusuke does in the series. And they're also one of the few couples on this list that had a full circle relationship. Like, it started off one way and it ended another way. And Keiko is such a dynamic character for the fact that she puts up with Yusuke's shit so much that if that was any other girl, she would have just left him. But because she cared so much about Yusuke, she put up with it. She understood him very well and said, you know what? You're going through all these turmoils. I'll go on it with you. And Yusuke, too, understands that Keiko really cares for him, and he really cares about Keiko in that sort of way. So whenever harm comes her way, he's always the first one there to help her out, or the first one there to keep her out of harm's way. And I just really like these two characters. Number 8. Number 8 is Ryuuji and Taiga from Toreador. Now, this may not come as a surprise to most of you who know already that the only reason that I continued to watch Toreador till the end was to see Ryuuji and Taiga's relationship come full circle. But the reason I really liked their relationship is at first their relationship was platonic, but slowly it grew into something more. And they both really cared strongly for each other. And it was so beautiful to see the outcome just come to the point where they just were willing to give up everything just for each other. They loved each other so much. They didn't care about their family. They didn't care about nobody. It was just them two. And he said he would just take care of her for the rest of her life and just be them two. And I thought that was so beautiful. Their love was so strong and passionate that he would block out the whole world just for her. And she was the same way. She would block out the whole world just for him. And I just thought that was beautiful. They had a very strong relationship. Number 7. Now, number 7 contains some spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, skip to number 6 right now. And for those of you who stuck around, number 7 is Yuzuru, Otonashi, and Kanade, or Angel, from Angel Beats. Now, the reason that these two are on the list is because they had a really strong connection with each other that you can feel after, like, episode 4. They have this, like, strong connection, you can tell it. And usual Otonashi tries to get to know Kanade way better and bring her to the like hell undead battlefront. I mean, he understands that she's alone and she's hurting, and he wants to be her friend. He wants to be there for her. And Kanade starts to develop feelings for her, and this is what spoilers kick in. The reason that she stuck around was because we later found out that Kanade had the heart of Otonashi. When Otonashi died, his heart went to her, which kept her alive for some time. And she stayed in purgatory long enough just to say, thank you for your heart. She cared for this person who she didn't know at all. Just a random person or a random heart that she got from somebody that she would never meet. She stuck around just so that she could meet him. And if that's not love, then I don't know what love is, because that was beautiful. And the same with Yuzuru. He really just felt this strong connection with her, and it was just so beautiful. The ending scene where they're just in the sunlight and they're just hugging each other, telling each other how much they care about each other, and hopefully they can meet each other in the next life. It just brings a tear to your eyes. And that's why I really like this couple. Number 6. Number 6 is Keitaro and Naru from Love, Hina. Truly a full circle relationship right here. The reason I really like this couple is because from the moment that I saw them, from the moment I read the first chapter in Love, Hina, I just wanted these characters to end up together. I was propelled to see them together. I was enticed to see them together. I wanted them to be together. And I just kept reading to see where their relationship would go. And also, they're so funny together. Like, when misunderstandings happen, it's kind of one of the funniest moments in the series. Whenever Keitaro does something that pisses Naru off, and Naru punches him and he flies all the way to the stars. I found it really funny. And I also like the fact that Naru starts off despising Keitaro because she thinks he's a pervert and all that. But later on, she starts becoming attached to him and loving him and accepting him for what he is, a genuinely nice guy. And just to see them end up together, come to this full circle relationship, go to Keiko-Yu and get married, it makes me very happy. And it was a very great payoff in the end. And I recommend that you guys go read or watch the Love, Hina series because it's really good and they are just a beautiful couple. Number 5. Number 5 is Kohta and Lucy, or Nyuu, from Elfen Lied. Now, the reason that these two are on this list is because they have a great yet extremely rocky relationship. Lucy has done so much to Kohta that if I were Kohta, if I were ever to see Lucy again, I would kill her. I couldn't stand the sight of her. Yet what makes this relationship so dynamic is that Kohta can see past Lucy the killer and see Lucy that just wants someone to love, the lonely Lucy, the Lucy that he knows from as a kid, the Lucy that he loves. And it was so touching just to see that he could see past this evil monstrosity that is Lucy and see the delicate side of her, the one that yearns to be with somebody, the one that yearns to be loved and cared for. And Lucy also cares so much for Kohta, and she felt so terrible for what she's done, and she just wants to be forgiven, and she lived long enough just so that she could see him again and just say, I'm sorry for what I did. I wish I could have took it back. I wish I could have stopped myself, but she couldn't. And just to see him accept her for all of what she was, it was just so touching. And also, both of them understand that they've both been through trials and tribulations. They've both seen the evils of the world and pain, yet they can find peace within each other. Every moment that they spend with each other is peace in the world, tranquility and stuff. And it just makes this relationship so dynamic and so extraordinary that they had to be on this list. It was so beautiful. Number 4. Number 4 is Kaoru and Aoi from Aoi-Ai. Now, the reason that I really like this couple is for the mere fact that Aoi-chan has to be the most understanding girl ever. Kaoru gets thrown into these situations where he's like with these other girls and it's kind of weird and he doesn't want to be with them, yet he's just put in these really weird situations. And I said to myself that if he was with any other girl, they would dump his ass on the spot or hand him divorce papers. But not Aoi-chan. She understands that no, that it's not him. It's not him forcing himself upon girls. It's girls forcing themselves upon him. And he understands them so well. The unconditional love between these two is so dynamic, and I like it, that you fall in love with these characters. You want to see them end up together. And it's just a strong and dynamic relationship, and you just want to see it come full circle. Also, on a side note, stick around to see my Aoi-Ai review coming soon. But that is why they are number 4. Number 3. Number 3 is Kyo and Tohru from Fruits Basket. Now, the reason that I really like this couple is for the mere fact that they are just polar opposites of each other. Kyo is kind of this guy who just doesn't give a damn about people. He's very mean, surly, prone to outbursts. And then you got Tohru, who's a very gentle, loving, caring, nice, and just all-around good person. And when these two meet, it's just like a clash to see them reacting with each other. And what I really liked is the fact that Tohru really tries to understand and connect with Kyo. She's trying to make him a better person. And Kyo kind of sees that she's accepting him, which he never has, being part of the Zodiac, the outcast, the cat. And so when he finds acceptance with Tohru, it's just like this beautiful connection that they have. And it's so touching that I really recommend that you guys read and maybe possibly watch Fruits Basket just for their relationship alone. It's dynamic, and it's funny, and I just like them so much together. And that is why they are number 3. Number 2. Number 2 is Keiichi and Belldandy from All My Goddess. Probably the sweetest couple in this entire list. And why do I say they're the sweetest couple? Is because they are just so innocent and caring and gentle and unconditionally loving of each other that it makes you wish that you can have a relationship just like they do. Keiichi is just this guy who just can't seem to get a break. He's been rejected by girls that he likes from time to time. He lives in a piece of shit apartment, just like I do. And he just can't get a break. And so in comes Belldandy, who twists and turns his life 180 degrees for the better. And from there, it seems like he lives in heaven. The unconditional love between the two is so dynamic and so touching that it makes you wish you can have this relationship. Belldandy is just this innocent and graceful angel who comes and makes the hell that Keiichi lives in a paradise that he just can't live without. And you just love these characters, and they are so kind. I mean, I could go on and on about saying how kind and gentle they are, but I won't. But just to emphasize, it's just a beautiful and nice relationship, bar none. And that is why they are number 2. So you're probably wondering, who could be number 1? Who could beat the sweetest couple, Keiichi and Belldandy? Who can beat Ryuuji and Taiga? Who could beat Kohta and Lucy? Now, the couple that I'm about to describe is the most dysfunctional couple I have ever seen in animes or anything. They are such polar opposites. In fact, one of them is not even human. And the relationship that I'm talking about, the couple at number 1, is Ataru and Lum from Yuri and Yatsura. The reason that they are number 1 is because I honestly think that they have the most dynamic relationship I ever seen in an anime. First off, Ataru is a lecherous pervert who chases after women and pretty much cannot settle down with anybody. Not even his girlfriend Shinobu, he can't even settle down with her. And Lum is just this girl, she acts innocent, but literally if you piss her off, she will shock the shit out of you. And it's been shown a lot in the anime. And how their relationship starts off from a misunderstanding where Ataru proposes accidentally to Lum and accepts it, leads to this whole crazy situation where Lum and Ataru now are engaged to be married. And so Lum starts living with Ataru, and she slowly realizes, oh my god, this guy is like a pervert and he can't commit to me. And so she gets hurt, and when she gets hurt, Ataru gets hurt by her shocking the shit out of him. And the reason I really like this relationship is just for that dynamic alone. This is just a dysfunctional relationship to start off at best. You have a character that just is a lecherous pervert who can't settle down with nobody and goes around just like touching every girl's ass and boob that he can and just living life to its extreme. And then you got a girlfriend who can't handle that shit and will beat the living shit out of him or shock the living shit out of him, as it may be. And to see these two characters together in a relationship, that is just the craziest situation ever. and which makes for very comic situations. And another thing that makes this relationship so dynamic is because at first it starts off like that. He's a lecherous pervert, she's a crazy, psycho, shocking girlfriend, and then later on it starts to develop, and then Ataru becomes caring towards Lum, and he starts to feel for Lum, and he starts saying, wow, she's actually a really cute girl. I'm very lucky. And to see it come full circle in the anime, it just was such a delight to see. I mean, I stuck around and I watched this and I was like, wow, he's actually changing into a better person now. And also, Lum starts to change as well. Both of them change each other for the better. They both start to calm down. They both realize, hey, I got a good person going down. One thing that I really liked is that Lum actually sees Ataru as a good person. I mean, yes, he has some bad qualities, and he's very lecherous, and he's a pervert, but deep down inside, he's a really good person. She just looks deeper into it, and I like that. As for Ataru, you know, he's slowly beginning to realize, hey, maybe it's not about what I want, but what she wants too. And just to see these characters come full circle, and how much they care for each other, that is what makes them #1 on this list. So those were my top 10 favorite anime couples, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I would like to know, what are your favorite anime couples? What are your least favorite? Comment below, let me know. Anyway, this is the Black Anime Guy, and I'll hope to see you all soon. Till then, peace, YouTube.